Hi guys, it's Joy, and if you saw the title of this video, we have a little bit to talk about. Heads up, this is going to be a sit and chill video. This means I don't wear a bra and I wear a hoodie, and I thought I would get out my really pretty, well, I think it's pretty, bright white hoodie. I know it's kind of plain and everything is white here, so I'm sorry if it hurts your eyes, but I love the color white. Is it even a color, or is it just an absence of? No, black would be an absence of light, right? So white is just light? I don't know. I'm just going to talk. Again, this is going to be a sit and chill video, and we're going to just hang out. There is somebody who has a channel. What is his name? Sebastian something. He does a lot of pop culture stuff. I think he's got around like 10-ish thousand subs. Super, super sweet when he starts out his videos, because he'll talk a lot about Shane and Jeffrey and stuff. And I've gotten some, I've seen a couple of his videos, and he's guided me in a couple directions for videos. Well, not he, but his videos. And he's so, so sweet. He seems Spanish. I don't know if that's the case. That's just how he comes across. Probably something else more wonderful that I don't know. I think everything Spanish is wonderful simply because they gave us the best music and the best food. If you don't like tacos, I can't have you in my life. Funny enough, my first big cheat meal that I'm ever going to be able to have, I've said like the first, like I can do whatever I want meal. This is like several months, maybe a year and a half off, is going to be taco salad and cookie birthday cake. Y'all know when you get a big cookie and it's got a ton of icing? Yeah. And I want nachos. So no, I'm in love with Mexican food. I love so much Spanish culture stuff. My roommate is American, but Spanish American. Is that a thing? Do you say Spanish American? Remember back in the day, they used to say African American, and now you don't say that? I don't know. On the one hand, I'm like, everybody's Americans. But on the other hand, I'm like, yeah, but we're, in being American, we're so many things. And I think we can celebrate everything, right? Okay, so this is going to be a sit and chill video. And I've been thinking about doing this video for a while, and I might kind of update you guys on it. But, and before I do, I'll also let you know I'm wearing Victoria's Secret Very Sexy Orchid body spray. This stuff smells so good. So today, I sprayed this right before I went on. It's super cold today. I actually am so excited. I was able to, I went to McDonald's by myself today. It's like right up the street. So it's so nice because we live in a neighborhood, but we are right along like everything where I need it to be. In fact, like the ER is like right down the street for me, which in my case is great. And thankfully, the trips have gotten almost none. Thank God. It's, ERs in my condition are not fun. It's actually a little traumatizing to step into one, but you do what you got to do. That's what happens when you have a for-profit healthcare system. Funny enough, I talked to somebody yesterday in the UK, was going on and on about how predatory our system is, that they let you die. And I'm like, yeah, it's hard. And you guys know what's really hard too is that people will vehemently defend this system, and it's funny, I've had people cite Europe to me and they're like, you don't know, you've never lived there. I'm like, actually, I lived in France for a couple of years. It's always fun because with me, people always, they always underestimate me. And that's fine, right? And I think a lot of it was like, and this is, y'all didn't know me before, but before I got sick, I was super small. I looked really young for my age. And I was real hyper and happy and bubbly, and people just wouldn't take me seriously. I think part of it as well, so it's not just that, it would be my fault. I was always scared of intimidating people, because people would be like, oh, you lived in Europe and you worked in Europe and you did all these things. And like, it can kind of be intimidating to people. And I just I don't know, I'm kind of such a loser. I'm like, I just want to make friends with everybody. But a lot of people are turds, and that's a hard lesson. So you saw the title of this video, let's talk. Oh, real quick about this scent. It's so nice because it's got floral notes to it, but it's also woodsy and it's also heavy. I'm not really super into like woodsy smells. I'm like, if I want to go smell like the woods, I'll go roll around out there and have an asthma attack. But I like it if there's a good blend. And this is just a really good like fall winter scent. And I've been really jiving with the spring scents lately because I think I'm just trying to wheel spring to come sooner. Also, it'll be much better for my health. I can start getting outside and doing more sunlight therapy. With working this much and fixing my vagus nerve, there's just no way I can do it in like 20, 30, 40 degree weather. When it hits 50s, I'll be able to. So a bit of a sit and chill video, bit of a health update video. So let's talk. And this is actually the perfect time to do it because I want to show you guys my hair. So I want you guys to know, because I've had people asking, and I've had this over the last few months, people asking comments, why is your hair thinning? Are you going bald? And it's so funny because if you go check out the videos from when I first started, I had hair galore. I had great hair. I have really fine hair, but I have a lot of it. So it's thick, fine hair. Does that make sense? And because it's fine, it's very easy for me to straighten. It can hold a curl. Like I used to really dislike my hair because if not kept upright, it can come across really frizzy and gross. But over the years, I learned how to deal with my hair quite a bit, and I realized I'm like, if I style it right with the right products and things, it's fairly easy. And I'm very blessed with that. Even straightening takes 5 minutes for me. And even hair blow drying. I don't blow dry it straight. I just blow dry it and then straighten. So I thought I would talk about this because I don't know if you guys can see it. You see it like over here. You can kind of see there's like where like, I have to look at, by the way, this is going to be one of those I have to like look in the monitor a little bit. I hate doing that because you'll see this, like, no disrespect, but Trisha Paytas drives me nuts because anytime she does a video, she's not looking at you guys, the camera. Like for me, I feel like this is like me trying to have a conversation with y'all and I want to look at you in the eye. Is that weird? I mean, it's not weird, but like, it's weird me saying that and I'm talking to nobody, right? Like in my mind, I'm talking to this imaginary conscious mass of a few hundred or, maybe if I'm lucky, a few thousand people who are sitting there and just going, what is she, who is this? What is she talking about? What does she talk so quickly? Shut up. But to me, I kind of look at it as I would anything in life. Like if I'm having a conversation with you, I want to, be as focused as I can about looking at you. Unless I like you. Like if I like you, then okay, I get really weird and some people have taken it rude. Like if I'm attracted to somebody, which like literally almost never happens. No disrespect to people. I'm just an oddball and I'm just rarely attracted. I think that also has to do with my hormones. I'm going to do a video about this at some point. I'm going to get a Dutch hormone panel here soon and figure out where my levels are. We've been working at estrogen dominance, and I'll talk about that in a while. But so many women, our hormones are so off, and it's never addressed within our healthcare, and it can create a lot of problems. Like for instance, I'm on a thyroid medication. I'm on 25 milligrams, the lowest dose of levothyroxine, and my thyroid still can be all over the place. And we put me on it for the weight, not realizing that the weight was, the gut issues, the lectins, the oxalates, the histamines, the everything we know now. And it didn't help at all. And a lot of times, not every time, but depending on what your health makeup is, many times when it comes to your thyroid can be affected from hormone issues, and it's not necessarily thyroid disease or a thyroid issue. It's something else affecting your thyroid. By the way, that is not me telling you what to do with your health. If you have a thyroid issue, don't take what I say and be like, oh, done with my meds. That is very unsafe. Even for me, I would like to get off my thyroid medication, but my body has been so weak and fixing other things, I'm probably going to wait till the spring, and it's going to be like a 6-month process because I have the lowest dose you can find. So I'll have to try to sliver it off at a time. You can't, thyroid medicine for a lot of people, it's one of those medications you can't just go cold turkey on, especially if you don't know what's going on with you. But I wanted to talk about hair loss because I've never had this happen. If you go watch my first videos, I had so much hair. In fact, people made fun of me about my hair a lot. I was also sick, so I couldn't always do my hair. And I look back now and I'm like, oh my God, it was so pretty and wavy. And, I loved my long hair. And I'll tell you, it was longer than what I would have wanted back then. I would have never let it got that long, except that I haven't had a professional haircut since January 2016, right before I went on a business trip, and my health was plummeting at that time. I don't know how I got through that business trip, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I was in full-blown POTS dysautonomia flare-ups and had no clue, and I was just breathing through it. I knew something was wrong, but everybody was telling me there wasn't, but I knew something was. I've had great hair throughout my whole life. And a lot of my family, it depends on what side, but we have, on both sides of the family, we tend to have thicker hair, right? I think my hair, it's weird. I think it comes from a combination of my mom and dad's side. On my dad's side, they can have thicker, curlier hair. But on my mom's side, they'll have fine, thick hair. So my dad's side is is mostly Scottish and then German, and my mom's side is Dutch and Irish. So I have some Dutch hair, and then I don't know, is that Scottish hair or Scots and Germans? If you're here, sound off in the comments. I don't know. I'm sure different places have all types of different hair, right? But it's very interesting because I've always had too much hair. That's always been a problem. Even when I've had eating disorders and eating issues, hair loss is a thing that happens, and it would come out in clumps, but I still had really full hair. But I have thin hair, and this is so I'll tell you guys right now, this is hair that I've slept on. Now, it looks really, and I didn't do anything to it. It looks really thin right now. and it's just getting thinner and thinner. So for instance, like, and I might try to do this on stream. If I were to try to straighten it, you'll see there's like gaps. So like if I were to try to just straighten and put my hair down, you see to the side, there's going to be some, you see this side specifically is a lot worse. And you'll see it in my videos. And this has happened over the last, probably since June or July, maybe July. So sometime this summer. So this has been the last 7-8 months. I've noticed this happening with my hair. So I thought I'd talk about this in case anybody has issues with this, because I'm the kind of person, I refuse to accept the medical literature that's given to me if I'm told you can't. Now, obviously there are limitations to that, right? But I've just had so many people in my 36 years of life, it's really created trauma in me. Like I feel like every time I have to go into a doctor's office and I don't know the doctor, or people I haven't interacted with, I go on with armor. I go on in, I'm nice, but I'm on the defense because I'm ready for some lazy person to tell me, oh, there's just anxiety. That's what they tell women all the time. I mean, they tell that to a lot of people, but specifically women. And it's such gaslighting and it's so predatory to not listen to your, what's going on with you. And as a woman, you can't win, because I thought, okay, because my boyfriend would tell me this, well, I'm too peppy and hyper, and so they don't take me seriously. And that happens to me my whole life, right? It's always, especially when I was thinner and looked younger, like it always happened to me. People just don't take me seriously. So then, okay, I come across serious and they think that I've got depression or something. Or if I come across and I start refuting them, and then, oh, I'm defiant and defensive and like I'm in denial. So as a woman, there are many social situations where no matter what you do, you're not going to be taken seriously. I think this is why some women end up, not all, but some women end up going the path of kind of being like, what do you call that? Like gold diggers. Not that I'm saying that's okay. There are awful men and there are disgusting women, right? Just like there are good guys and amazing women. So, and we need more of the good and amazing, right? So I thought I would talk a little bit about that because I've had some comments and seen this. Yeah, I've had some hair loss. So what has happened? First of all, a lot of people don't know this. To the older generation, you probably do. Guess what? Female hair loss is a thing. It happens. I didn't think it would happen to me. And I haven't gone to I haven't gone to any what would a hair doctor be? I don't even know. I know there's that wouldn't be in dermatology, would he? But I'm not going to even go there because I feel like anything I'd be told most likely, and I could be wrong, but unless there's a reason to go, I wouldn't. The person I'm working with, this practitioner there are two practitioners who've saved my life. One was my heavy metal practitioner, and the other one is the one that I'm working with now. She's healing people across the planet. I've told her, I'm like, when you are ready, I want to introduce you because I have a lot of sick people who would love to, and I'd love to we've been talking about doing streams where we just let you guys ask questions and she'll give you some, just some possible, possibilities of what's happening with you and stuff. She's not just fixing me, she's fixing people all over. She's the one who figured out all the things wrong with me and got me to the right doctors to get me diagnosed. She found a renowned cardiologist that was 10 minutes away from me, had no idea, who specialized in POTS and dysautonomia, which is exactly what I had. So she spotted it, he got it diagnosed. And so anytime something happens with my body, I immediately refer to her first. Because she can ask me a couple questions, like how many bowel movements in the last 5 days and when's the last time you ate peas and how many, and she can figure out some lifelong stuff you didn't know was an issue. I know that sounds like a joke. It's kind of not. I will notate any weird thing that happens with my body that most people would brush off in our weekly conversations about what's going on with me and what I should do and this and that. So I've been talking to her and I'm like, yeah, so here's the thing. I wouldn't like it, but in my real life, I wouldn't care since I don't go anywhere anyway. But I had to put this mug on camera and I got some hair issues. What do I do? Guys, it used to be I could go a couple days not washing my hair and it looked great. I could when my hair was healthy. Right now, I can't. I couldn't just straighten my hair and come on camera because it's so thin. I've never had this issue. And it's really just been over the last few months. And a couple things she told me that I wanted to give to you guys if maybe this is happening to you. First of all, hair loss can come from a few different issues. Of course, if you have an eating issue, that can cause it. If you are lacking certain vitamins, certain nutrients, if you have a heart condition, if you have circulation conditions. We don't think that's me because I was worried about circulation issue. I don't think that's the case here. We have to dive a little more into it. And really, it's, hair is kind of on the one hand, that's kind of the last of my issues, on the list. But because I do YouTube and I know how critical people are of women's appearances, men, they don't get it as much. They get it some, but women get it a lot. I thought I would just kind of talk about this and, my experience and what we're going to be working on and kind of document the process. And maybe y'all can see my hair come back. So a couple things I have working against me. First of all, let me show you this. So see this hair? And then look at this hair. You can't hardly see because of the chair. Look at this hair in the back. Look how uneven that is. First of all, I did a COVID cut. See, look, over here, like there's just a big chunk. You see that? Like right over here. I did a COVID cut on my hair. The professional haircut, it's been a while simply because I got sick. So I really couldn't go get one. And then by the time I thought I could, here comes COVID. So it got super long. And then I just had roommate, I put it in a ponytail and we cut. But there's a lot of unevenness in my hair that's really, really annoying. It's really short and has some chunks missing. That comes from not just the way we cut it, but a big reason is that comes from hair testing. I did a lot of hair testing with having to do heavy metal testing. So that's one thing. I'm kind of scared to do it. I'm gonna do another hair test, but I'm like, I need to conserve as much hair as I can right now. Y'all, I could wake up, I could do my hair and just leave it be for a couple days. And I just can't do that. It's so thin now. And look, it's especially at the temples that it's bad. It's at the temples. Okay, so you can see it over here. Okay, let me see. Yeah, you can kind of see where there's thinning, right? And then over here isn't as bad or not as much as you can see, but it's still there. And there are so many reasons why that can happen. If you have different issues with your hormones can play a factor in what happens to hair loss. And so in talking to my practitioner, this is something you don't hear, so I thought I would throw this out there in case people are in this battle. A female hair loss can also happen from a couple things. A lot of people are always asking me, how'd you lose the weight? What's your secret? I'm like, the secret is I got healthy. People don't believe me, but I gained the weight because I was sick. It wasn't my diet. I know I ate heavier foods, but the heavy foods kept my weight the same, and the healthy foods, the vegetables and stuff, made me gain weight. It's just what it was because of my body's, my system got sensitive to lectins, oxalates, and histamines. And certain things would produce certain reactions that would make my body, be inflamed, take on water, all of these things that it did. And what I'm learning is if you have rapid weight loss, you can have hair loss. But it's weird to me because I think I got down to about 160, I was probably around 170-ish, 180 maybe, 170 when I started the stimulus channel back in May. Yeah, it was probably between 170 and 180 when I started that channel. And at that point I had lost about 100 pounds and didn't have any issues, but it's been the last few pounds. I'm down to 135 right now, I go back between 135 and 140 at the moment when it comes to my weight, which I'm excited about because I'm almost sustainably under the overweight mark. So I can just be normal BMI. Not that BMI means much anymore, but that's fantastic, at least for me, right? Super happy with that. But some double-edged swords here when it comes to all this. When it comes to my situation, for some reason, the first 100 pounds, which went off quickly, it was from end of September until I think maybe March or April was the first 100-ish, probably more like April was the first 100-ish pounds, no issues. But between then and now, and it's been a slower progression, right? Because let's say I was 180, 170, and now I'm 130, right? So that's another, what is that? I can't math. That's another 40, 50 pounds in that time. It's just really frustrating because that's when the hair loss started. Now, another thing, if you get stress, I had major stress with overworking myself on the stimulus channel, and then the lawsuit and losing all the money I made because of the lawsuit, which I'll give you guys an update. Lawsuit's done. I won. Very happy. Judge ruled in my favor every time. So it's nice. It's nice when I'm hey, if I say something, I've got receipts. I'm telling the truth. And then it comes out. So it's always nice to go through. But that did a real number on my body and a lot of stress. You hear about stress causing hair to go gray. You can have hair loss. But a lot of it is rapid weight loss. And in my case, what we're thinking is, because I was worried, I'm like, okay, so is the diet I'm on, I'm eating a ton of meat. I mean, mostly meat. I'm all carnivore. I'm like, so is am I vitamin or mineral deficient? And that's another thing. We're going to order a test. I think what are my notes? I think it's called SpectraCell. Hold on. Let me pull up my notes. Yeah. The SpectraCell nutrient test. That's the next thing I'm going to do. So we're going to see if I'm deficient in anything. But if you have certain deficiencies, vitamins and minerals, you can have hair loss. And another thing is if your body is not absorbing nutrients correctly, which my practitioners on the side where we think that's what's going on, we don't fully know. But I'm going to get a SpectraCell nutrient test. And I'm so happy. Now that I have insurance, thank God for roommate. This is affordable. And it's been a game changer. It's amazing. Like if you don't have insurance, you're probably going to stay sick in this country. It's very predatory. And I don't know. I think it's amazing that we have third world countries that have better medical care than us. And people are fine with it. They're like, you should only be able to have access to stay alive if you work hard, unless you're too sick to work hard. And then we keep you in extreme poverty. We're really brainwashed in this country, in my opinion. So what we're going to do is a couple things. Now, to help me with the vitamins, minerals, and such, I could take vitamins. That's something you can do, vitamin, mineral supplements. The problem is they're very harsh on your gut, and we're still trying to fix my gut. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to start fast tracking me on more vegetables. If you guys remember, it was like a month ago, I tried carrots. I was so excited. I didn't have a good reaction, so I had to stop. I gained weight and I didn't feel good on them. So I'm going to go back to it. And this is the first kind of carb-ish thing I've had in, what has it been? 16 months? No, 17, 18? I'm getting close to the end of this diet, which is great because I have to be on it for 2 years, but then we have to transition me to an anti-tumor hormone diet. So it's going to be a while until I have like real sugar. I miss birthday cake, but that is okay. You know what? I like the feeling of being healthy and mobile better than I do eating birthday cake. Let's see, September 2018 to 20, that's 12 months, October, November, December, January, going into February. So that's between 16 and 17 months on this diet. And so we're going to try to introduce some more vegetables again and see if my body can start absorbing those minerals and nutrients. And we're going to get the SpectraCell test. It'll test within your cellular level. It's as of right now, it is, my understanding is it's the most accurate test we have about your vitamin and mineral levels because a lot of tests are still really faulty, unfortunately. It's a mess how many things we still lack technology for in the medical communities. My opinion is I don't think we don't lack the knowledge, we lack access to the technology. I believe probably for the last 100 years or so, hey Nikola Tesla, hey, we've probably had the technology for all of this stuff ready and available for great health. But when you're in a for-profit healthcare system, people don't want that. They want to keep you sick and in poverty. That way you are more easily controlled and you can make decisions that aren't great because you are in desperation. And that's how they make the money. That's how the people at the top stay there. You got people like me who want to be voices to help people, with their health. So if you end up having female hair loss, know that it happens. Know that it could be from extreme weight loss. Get your thyroids checked. Could be a thyroid issue. Get your hormones checked. This Dutch hormone panel I'm very excited about so we can see all the different things going on because there are more hormones than just, like estrogen and progesterone and testosterone. There's more going on there and I'm literally buzzing. So I can't wait to get these results back and I'll talk to you guys about it. And look into your nutrients, look into the types of food you are eating and look into getting different vitamin and mineral supplements that can help with hair. So, and I will have more information on that coming up. And as I get a plan for this to fix this hair and get my hair back to where it was, I will keep you guys up to date. So yes, my hair is thinning. No, I hope I'm not going bald or anything because I don't know, I don't know anything about wigs and I really want to have to get into that. No disrespect if you do. Do you? It's your art all day, every day. It's just not something, not only do I not want to do it, I don't think I could do it because that would mess with your body temperature and I can't do that with a dysautonomian pot. So I have to just work with what I have, but I'll keep you guys posted and let you know. And maybe over the next few months, you guys will see, hopefully we'll see a hair change. I'm just really big on if somebody in the medical community tells me, no, you can't, or it doesn't, I'm like, watch me. I've just watched those people for 36 years of my life be wrong and lie to me. And I don't think they were intentionally lying. I think most of them, either they were lazy, egotistical, or they just don't have the info. We don't really train our doctors to fully fix people. We teach them to put Band-Aids on things, but not fully fix. And many of the fixes end up messing up other things. And I'm just somebody I want to really focus on bringing back to this world before I leave this planet. One of my big things, I have a few big goals, and one is I want to be a voice to bring back information and technology that can help us get into actual total health and get to the root of problems and not just Band-Aid it to keep making money off of us, like predators do. Welcome to the American medical system. But that's what I wanted to go over with you guys. And if you stuck with me, thank you. I don't know when this is coming out, but I will be doing more health updates. I slacked on health updates. I mean, I say I slacked. I'm sure nobody's like sitting on pins and needles going, what's going on with Joy's body? But I like to do these for you guys because I like to document what I'm going through, and hopefully the information can help you guys. And remember, never listen to my story and think apply it to you. Everything I've done is very extreme. This is what I've done for weight loss. It's not a diet. It is, I was dying. We have to bring me back from death. So I would never suggest an all carnivore diet to anybody, period. Now, if you have similar health issues to me, or you have some autoimmune issues or issues you're having a hard time getting under control, I would say consult with several medical professionals and several known good practitioners. Make sure and consult with the right people, because for your issues, this diet can backfire, and for regular people, you can get all kinds of issues. We did this to save my life, and it just goes to show, as I said, the weight gain wasn't because I'm just a super overeater who just has some eating issue that I don't want to recognize. My situation is literally because I was dying, and weight loss was because my body is able to fix itself. So fantastic. I have a plan that works, and I'm very excited. If you liked the video, help me out. Give me a thumbs up, like the video, subscribe, and hit notifications so you can be notified when I upload. Let me know. Have you gone through this? Do you know somebody who's going through this? If you have any questions, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical professional. I'm not here to tell you what to do with your health. I'm just somebody who's giving information on my story that might be able to be helpful to you, or give you some leads to take to your doctor if they get lazy and they don't want to help. So I'll end it here. Share this content. If you know people who have female hair loss or different things, share this content. Hormonal issues, thyroid issues, heart issues that has messed with their hair. I would love to share this info, and I'd love this to reach as many people as possible. That's always my goal. I tell my health story not because it's woe is me and I want pity. I do this because I want to give you guys good, solid information on health that might be able to help you. That's really the only goal. Trust me, I can get attention 10,000 other ways. It's better for me to continue to pummeling out the content on trending topics to grow this channel. This doesn't grow my channel. This gets people a lot of times talking crap on me. Because one of my big cancellations was the fact that how dare I talk about my health issues, which I still think is ridiculous. But if people have never gone through chronic health issues and they've been spoiled enough with good health, and they are people who are known to scam and do different things, then they're going to think everybody's that way. And they're not going to take it seriously, and that's just what it is, and I've made peace with it. But I'm going to continue to speak my story, because my story isn't for them, it's for the people who it can help. And that's what I'm here for. That's what I would like to do. Okay, guys, I get so sad. I'm looking at my hair, and I'm just like, oh, look how thin. It's so thin. But that's okay. It just sucks because every day, and I have the health issues, so it's like every day I have to not just shower, fine to shower every day, but do my hair, and it's exhausting. You know what, I will tell you, sometimes it makes me, I wouldn't say it makes me sad, but it makes me kind of raise an eyebrow, because I've had some comments where people are being mean, going, try to put yourself together, at least try. Your clothes don't fit, you look like you haven't brushed your hair. And that's another thing too, you can't see it now because I slept on it, so there's a bit of oil, but if you look in my videos, I have a lot of random shorter hairs and tufts of it that will come out. You probably can't see it now, but if you see it, it's not just I have a ton of flyaway hairs, so to speak. It's that I have lost little bits and chunks of hair from what's going on. Not just under here, it's all different places in my hair. You'll see it. It's different, what do you call it? Different links. And in some places, it's not as prevalent, in other places. And in some places. In some places, it's not as prevalent. Others, it is. I don't know if you can see it now, because again, it's Like I just have a lot of random hairs, especially like where I've lost the hair that's trying to grow. Looks like I've got some bangs and stuff, right? Like, no, that's just hair trying to come back. So, and I will keep you guys updated on like the carrots and such. I'm nervous. I'm nervous because like you're going to be bloated the first 3 or 4 days, which is normal, but I tend to gain weight. My body gains weight with everything. And I'm just like, I just don't want to backtrack on the process. But I'm looking at things now and a part of me is like, I've got to get to weighing 100 pounds or I'm not going to feel good about myself, right? And I'm trying to remind myself this isn't a race. In fact, I can't race. It's a journey. This health thing that I'm on, this is a journey, and that's okay. You know, and I just have to go a bit slower sometimes and give myself the compassion that I need. So my birthday is in June, and my hope is in that time, so between now and June, so what would that be? February, March, April, May. And the next 4 months, if I am blessed enough to, I would love to lose 20 pounds. If I could weigh 115 to 120 by my birthday, I would be ecstatic because at least I would feel like myself again. You know what I mean? I'd feel like myself. And then it could take a few more months to get down to, ultimately, I want to be between 100 to 105. That's what I'd like to be. And I can do it. I can do it. It's just, the funny thing is, it's not about willpower, determination for me. I've got that in spades. It's about easing up and being compassionate, allowing myself days off, not overworking. But it's also hard because you need money to survive and you need money to fix an illness. So I'll keep you guys updated. But all right, guys, take care. Blessings to the next video. I'm wishing you guys good eyes because I got something in my eye. Good luck, good health, good hair, good everything. And I just wish the best for you guys, giving y'all hugs and kisses. I'm not going to do it right now because I'm not wearing a bra. And otherwise, I'll keep you guys updated. I love it. Every time I move around, I smell this stuff. It's so good. I remember the sales associate was like, either you really love it or you really hate it. I really love it. But also Victoria's Secret, their semi-annual sale. I know they're still doing it some in stores, but it's kind of overish online. They say it's over, but like they still have the clearance section and stuff will come up. They'll pop up and go back and forth. So, but they have their new spring scents coming out. I'm so excited. And they have strawberries and champagne. I've been looking for that for years and they have it back. But it just went out of stock again. But I'm so crazy. Like there are little, we all have little quirks. And what I love is I love perfume. I love clothes. It's my art. It is my freaking art. It makes me so happy. So I got into a chat with a salesperson and I was just like, hey, I was like, I know not everybody has access to it. Do you have access to like the in-stock dates? Is it coming back? And it is coming back. Otherwise I would try to like fight for it on eBay. But I'm so excited. I hope they bring back Endless Love. Do y'all remember Endless Love from Victoria's Secret? So nice. I'm going to go. I'm rambling. I told you this is a sit and chill video. Take care. Bye guys.